Hi, friends. Welcome to the Where the Hell Have You Been edition of Socially Distant. And because I am both enigmatic and elusive, I'm Brian Noonan. Well, let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? And no, I'm not talking about my newly gigantic self. Not really gigantic, just little joke, I guess. I don't know, very little. Let's move on. Yes, I was not here last week. Had the entire week with no socially distant posts. For those of you who missed it and realized I was gone, I'm sorry. For those of you who missed it, realized I was gone, and then celebrated, you're welcome. Oh man, last week was filled with a lot of things. It was filled with first world problems, whole world problems, internal dread, self-loathing, and some celebrations. That is an entire laundry list of emotions, and that is part of the reason that we were not with each other last week here on Socially Distant. But let me tell you what happened. So let's go back, shall we? Shall we travel back in time, Tippy Turtle, and end up, because some people have been asking me, hey, last time we talked, you were going to get donuts to go back to your mom's to try to help continue with this cleaning project that seems never ending, and in reality, it is never ending. So let's go back to Saturday a week ago, and my desire to get these donuts for my mom. After telling her that I would bring donuts and getting her order for an apple fritter along with the donuts, we got there. Here's what I realized. Always check ahead, folks, during these pandemic times to see if the place that you're getting food from has carryout or curbside service. Because I got to the bakery and I should have known better. This was not my first trip to a bakery. I should have known that on the weekends at about 8:30, the bakery was going to be packed, especially this bakery. Sidebar, plug for Weber's Bakery in Chicago. If you've never had a Weber's Bakery chocolate donut, you are missing out. If you think there's a better chocolate donut in the city of Chicago, I'm sorry, you've suffered a head injury and are completely mistaken. That's why we were going to Weber's. Got to Weber's to come upon a line that was literally a block long. I panicked and I said to my wife, well, maybe we should just forget it. And now, by this time, she was 100% invested in getting donuts. So she said, no, we're going to wait. Got in line. Took me about 25 minutes to get in to the bakery. Well worth it. Long story short on the donuts, we pumped a couple into my mom and she was good to go. So 2 weeks ago Saturday, we got a lot done. Last Saturday, we were back there, got a lot done. Is there a lot more to do? You bet your sweet badoops. But we have this week off. I'll tell you why in a few minutes. And then we will be back helping her get things going. I don't want to give her a chance to slow down or break the streak and the rhythm that she's in. So we're going to keep working there. Last week we were supposed to be driving down to New Orleans to celebrate Molly's birthday. We had been, like everybody else, watching the weather and saw that two storms were roaring through the Gulf of Mexico, headed for southwest Louisiana and southwest Texas, rather. So we're watching, and on Monday, because the path was looking like it might hit New Orleans, we decided we would postpone our trip. So the first thing last week was worrying about the weather. We were worried about Molly. We were worried about all our friends in Louisiana. We were trying to keep abreast of the situation down there. My thoughts go out to everybody in Lake Charles and in southwest Texas and that whole area that was devastated by Hurricane Laura. It is unbelievable. And I can tell you, from going to New Orleans so much, 15 years later, there are still remnants of the destruction of Katrina. So it's going to take a while for Lake Charles to bounce back. But it seems like everybody in the area is pitching in and trying to help as much as they can. So that's good. So we were watching. Molly made it through. New Orleans, of course, was spared a direct hit or even a lot of damage from the storm. So that was good news. Some heavy rains, big winds one day. But overall, the week went pretty smoothly. So we're dealing with that on a personal level and, watching everybody who's going through it in that area. Then we're bombarded with the news from Kenosha. I can't get into it today because I'll be honest. Last week was bad for me. Between the storms and the racial unrest in Wisconsin and all over the country, which is well-deserved because, let's be honest, things are not great. And then the Republican convention and the bombardment of lies. I was not in the best state last week, let's just say. And literally, being in Illinois, not the best state. Things are not going well COVID-wise here, so it's an ongoing pandemic. There's a lot going on, folks. I don't have to tell you that. You know all of that, but I will anyway. All right, so on top of all that, last week, one of the hottest weeks of the year, you know what happens, don't you? You can predict this. You've known me long enough to know, yes, the air conditioner goes out. Sunday night at 10, Debbie goes out on the deck to let the dogs out. She comes running back in. Something's wrong with the air conditioner. Me, being the supportive husband, what the hell do you mean something's wrong with the air conditioner? So I wander out onto the deck. I don't know why I wandered. I knew exactly where I was going. I walked with purpose. I get out on the deck, and the air conditioner is making a sound that I could only describe as, you know, when you're revving an engine and the RPMs are getting up almost into the red and you think that the engine is about to blow. That's the sound that was coming out of our air conditioner. So I quick run in, I turn it off, and I'm thinking, all right, let me see what happens. I let it go for about an hour, try to turn it back on, nothing, same sound. All right, well, there's nobody to call then, so we have to wait. We decide we'll call in the morning, we'll get things figured out. I am not easy to live with on a regular basis when I am kept on ice like fresh mackerel pulled out of the sea. When you add a lot of heat to the recipe, I boil over much like an unwatched pot. So we knew, and by we, I mean Debbie really knew, that we had to get this air conditioner fixed. We got somebody to come over Monday. They looked at it and they were like, oh yeah, it's, needs a whole new compressor, whole new unit. You need a whole new unit. And that means we're going to have to do a lot of work on the ducts down by the furnace to get everything done. I'm like, okie dokie. Well, Tuesday they come back, they got the new unit. So by Tuesday, and it was hot because we had left all the windows closed Monday, hoping that the cold air that we had trapped in the house would stay. And that plan worked till about 5 o'clock Monday night. And then the temperature began to rise and it got very hot and I got very miserable. By Tuesday night, we had air conditioning. Now the house is nice and cool. Does that calm the inner demons in me? Absolutely not. But at least I get to sleep, so you get a balance there anyway. All right, I'm going to start wrapping things up because things are very busy around Socially Distant HQ today. We decided last week when we canceled the trip to New Orleans that we are going this week. Now, you know my stance on trying to stay socially distant and not going places and all of that, and I still take COVID very, very seriously, which is why we decided to do the trip this way. We are driving down, so our only stops will be to go to the bathroom, get gas, and drive through places to eat, which we would do here anyway. When we get to New Orleans, we're staying at Molly's apartment. So we're not going out. She gets tested every couple weeks for work, so we know she's negative. We know we're negative. We're staying in her apartment. We will only go and pick up food like we do here, so our exposure to other human beings will be very limited. We've weighed it all out. We figured this is the best way to do it, and quite frankly, we're all going nuts, and I know you are too. It's time to go. Plus, we want to meet our grand dog, Walter. Oh, man, we see him on FaceTime. I can't wait to see him. We also have Molly's gift from last week for her birthday. So a lot to get to. Now, maybe this is exciting to you. It might be exciting to me. Friday, I will post a socially distant from the Crescent City. I will let you know the situation down there, what I'm up to, what Walter's up to. Maybe he'll make a cameo. That will be, oh, man, that will be fun. All right, so I hope you have a great day. Try to think some happy thoughts because everybody's got a lot weighing on them. The country is in dire straits, and not money for nothing, not Sultans of Swing dire straits, but really scary times. And I know I can't be the only one feeling that way. So try to keep a good thought. Do something today that eases your mind a little bit. Call a friend. Tell somebody that you love them, whatever it is that you have to do. Pet a pet, pet your dog, rub your cat, and that's not a euphemism. Do whatever you have to do, all right? I will talk to you on Friday. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for asking where the hell I've been. I am back, and I'm worse for wear. I'm going to be quite honest with you. But I'm here, and I'm glad you're here too. So until next time, be safe, be all masked up, be kind to each other, wear a mask, And as always, stay socially distant. Bye.